We are here for another episode of Choose Your Path with me, your host, Sharontel Durskill. Let's get started. I am so grateful to be here for another episode. I'm always grateful every single episode that I am graced to see. So I am so happy to see you guys are coming in. You were ready. Yes, we are here. Choose your path. I just hope to inspire that you can choose the life that you want to live. Believe. I really believe that there has to be a belief system there. Believe that it's possible and go and make it happen. Trust. And also just fall in love with the process, because a lot of times it does not happen in our timing. It always happens in His divine time. So really put that in the forefront of your mind when you're thinking about going out after your dreams. Thank you so much, Creative Art of Expressions. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the donation. There's my person, Lemon Up 015. I have not seen you in a while, or I just missed you. Thank you so much. Hello, Brenda. Thank you. I'm really excited to tell you guys, like, I'm turning this platform into a podcast, but I'm always going to still do the videos. So I'm very grateful. Let's see if our guest is here. We're going to be talking to music artist, an amazing entrepreneur. He goes by, let me make sure that I put his name there, because I want you guys to go and follow him. I'm trying to get into the habit of putting the name there, because that is important, because I do want you guys to go and follow. I have to make sure. Here we go. At I am Norie _ Money in the Bank. Hello. Yes. Thank you so much for being here. My Health Dosage. I see you here all the time. I appreciate your support. Everyone, like, you guys are like so dope, because you show up each and every episode. And if you don't get one episode, you come back even for, when you're open in your schedules. And I want to let you know that I appreciate you all. I really, really do. Yes, I do. Oh, let me check and see if our guest is here. These episodes make me so excited. Yes, we are here.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I think this is our second time talking live, but not on Instagram. It was a while ago. I think I was getting out of the hospital and you spoke to me on the Facebook Live. I think that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
So thank you. Yeah, I was talking about you earlier, and I'm like, I feel like I just watched you just grow. That's an amazing thing to see. So I just want to say thank you. I'm just so excited. Thank you so much, Norie, for being
So
here.
much. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you.
You ready?
Okay.
Let's
Thank
do
you.
this. So choose your path. You've seen it before. Choose your path is literally, I just looked at the date from the press release, July 7th. I started these conversations because I was bored and I had nothing else
Yeah.
really to do. And I thought it would be really dope to have conversations with my friends and check in. And people that, I don't know, people that I do business with, they become your family, really. Like,
Yeah,
I
most
don't want to
definitely.
do business with anybody I can't trust. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? So,
Yeah.
you have that. And I wanted to check in because at some point I did check out. I checked out. I was like, whoa, what the is this? So here we go. Choose your path. It's really like you can choose your path. You make the choice, no matter what it looks like. You still
Yeah.
have a choice to be made, right? It's just
My
like
mind.
the dude. I'm from Cleveland, and it's just like the dude in the hood. Like, you ever seen the car with a bunch of dudes in it? They like, come on, roll with me. You got
Yeah.
a choice. Like, you
Yeah, you
either
got
get
to
in
think most
that
definitely.
car, right,
Don't
or
you
you
there?
just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a choice. So here we are. We're choosing to choose our path here, right on the live IG series. How are you doing during this pandemic?
I'm doing great. I'm just trying to stay focused, stay humble, stay positive. Doing a thing like this. That's all we can do as people is stay focused and positive. Other than that, there's nothing else we can do. And
Nothing else we
God
can
first.
do. Yeah, and God first. Yes. I think that is definitely important. How we deal with whatever is going
Yeah.
on is going to determine our outcome. So you're absolutely right. Did you learn any lessons during this time that you want to share?
Um, Most definitely. Just going forward, like this, really going forward. Following a dream. Other than that, because
Mm,
some people, when a thing like this happened with this COVID, some people before probably, slack, didn't really believe in what they really can do, and now it's
hmm.
like I see different people starting businesses and things like that. You know, and black owned.
Yeah.
So
Yes, a lot of people started businesses during this time. A lot of people realized that there is no such thing as security.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of lessons for sure that I'm sure have been learned during this time. Where are you originally from?
I'm from Richmond, Virginia. That's where
You
originally from. Yeah, but
from Richmond.
I've been all over from Atlanta, New York, Florida, Puerto Rico, just been all over.
Ah, that is so cool because life is for about experience and then life is about living, right?
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
guys so much for being here. Yes, exactly. That's what it's about. What was the role of music when you were a little person?
I started making music when I was 16 years old in 10th grade. I remember, music. I wasn't really into music, but I was more into basketball. 'Cause I wanted to play in the NBA, or whatever. But as that didn't work out, I started writing music. Expressing my emotions and what I was going through at home. Seeing my mom, we getting evicted from this house, and that house. Sleeping at my grandma's house. It's like 50 of us in the house. So that would really make me really want to make music and express my emotion.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. I didn't know that I was going to be speaking, but it just happened to find me. Wow. Do you feel so was there anybody musical in your family or is your
Um,
family more artistic?
Musical, not really. My brother, we make music together. He a singer and rapper. Things like that. But other than that, no,
Ah, that is
no.
so cool. Tell me about this song, and I'm going all over the place, but tell me about the song Higher.
Yeah, hi. That song right there. I made that because I got a brother on my dad's side. He
Uh-huh.
he in jail right now. I believe he facing life. Things like that. We all got dreaming. You got that dream. You want to aim higher, no matter what. Just aim higher. Don't look. Don't aim in between or shorter. Just aim higher. Just go.
Just
Take that chance. Take that.
go.
You know.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely believe that. I remember one of my neighbors, she had recently retired,
Mhm.
and we had met and outside and we were talking and I said, "Oh my God, how is the retirement going?" And she
Yeah.
said, she's like, it's okay, it's going okay. But she said, I just realized just by you asking me that question
Mhm.
that it was only a job. And she
Yeah.
had worked there like after 50 years, she's given this place 50 years of her life. And she
Yeah.
just realized by me asking that question, it was just a job. And
Yeah.
sometimes I think that we miss the ball because we don't ask ourselves the right questions and we don't
Yeah.
even seek a strategy to get the answers to it. We just go. And I remember just saying, like, if there's a dream, like, just
Yeah.
do it
Well,
because
you never know.
that's it. Right. So I'm
But we all.
glad. I mean, I'm glad that the thing that I absolutely love about you is that you've been consistent.
Yeah, most definitely. That's what
You
it's
know what I
about.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been consistent. And I always notice an artist that promotes themselves. Like, no matter who it is, like, no matter what level that they're on, you can see a person's grind. Like, for
Yeah.
instance, for example, Tyrese with the last Black Rose album, I was graced to, play my
Yeah.
part in that, and it was just absolutely amazing that he was like so hands on. And I mean, like, we were sleeping, I would say I was sleeping maybe 22 out of the 24 hours. I would be like up and
Yeah.
only sleep
Oh,
for like
yeah.
2 hours and back up, right? And when you look at my Twitter page, there's over 100 and something thousand tweets, and those are by hand, not by using. I don't even know what some of these programs are like by hand, because
Yeah.
I was so, not just because I was so hungry, because I stay hungry anyway, like no matter where I'm at in life, but just to have the opportunity to work with someone so amazing. And the other people that was on the team that I didn't even get to meet, there were like several other publicists like promoting his album. It was amazing. And you just have to answer the call in it. I was
That's
just
dope.
seeing, even through that process, like, you would just push your music. You see that. And
Yeah.
I just want to congratulate you for like never giving up. And like, we're here because you stay consistent. And this is, I always say, it's always just the beginning, right? Because it's
It
never
definitely
like
is.
a
Yeah.
destination. Like, once you get to that one, you're like, oh, I got to dream higher. Like, I love that song because that's exactly what you have to do. So that's dope. So do you write too? I know that you rap, but do you write?
Yeah. I got so many books, you know. It's just half of it. I got so many books around here. What is it? Man, that's all I do is just write. You feel me? Hold on. Just write.
Wow.
You feel me?
Yeah, I do.
That's, that's just the half of it though. It's not. I need to find my regular book. Where is that? But this album, the EP out, I just recorded. It's
Yes.
it's straight from my head. I didn't write. I only probably write like 2 songs off that.
Wow. You were inspired. What brought the inspiration behind that for that one or the
Um,
upcoming one?
yeah, I believe it's just God. You know, trying to follow that path of God. You know, and
Mm.
and now I'm about to have a daughter on the way, so that right there too as well. So
That is so
yeah.
that is so amazing. Congratulations. I really feel like
Thank
I just watched you grow up. Like, that's what it feels like. So that's
you.
so cool to see you, like, living your life and building your family and doing that the man thing. Like, that's really dope.
Yeah.
How is your mom?
My mom is good. She is in Atlanta. Yeah,
Oh, she's still in Atlanta. Okay,
yeah,
wow. Yeah,
yeah,
because and that's another thing about you. Like, you, not only do you share your music, but you also share a piece of you, which is the people that you love and your family. I do see those posts in between the music. Trust and
yeah.
believe, like, even those, like, sometimes, entrepreneur role can be real lonely, right? Lonely,
For
but
real.
there's always people watching. That's what I realized. Like,
You never know.
sometimes, in the beginning, you never know, right? Yeah, you never know. So I've definitely been watching, and I see you. Like, so that's really dope. I'm glad that your mom is doing well and she gets to see you as you transition and become that man that God wants you to be. So that's pretty dope. So shout out to
Yeah,
your
she tell me
moms.
most definitely. Oh, yeah, she watching.
Yeah. Shout out to your moms. Let's talk about the story behind your name.
Norie. Oh wow. So my real name is Norris. You know.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
as I was coming up, I was going through so many, names. I used to call myself Kid Champ. Then I said I don't like it. It's something not right about that. So I had asked my little sister. I said I'm trying to figure out a name that matched with Norris. So she said Norie. I said I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I like that. I like that one right there. I'm gonna go with that. So I just stuck with that ever since then.
That yeah, my friend, she's like, that name is just fire. I guess if I say the emojis live, yeah, she said it's fire. I said it is, and I'm gonna ask him what was the story behind that.
Yeah.
Where do you just? I guess you probably just let it flow because I wanted to ask, like, where do you find that artistic inspiration? You just
Yeah.
go, or is there sometimes a place that you're at where then you find yourself with even more creative juice?
Um, it depends. Sometimes I just flow, and sometimes I be in a creative zone. I just zoned out, and I just want to be creative. See, growing up, I always like to draw. So I always drew,
Uh,
you know. And I really
mm.
I started tattooing on myself as well. So
On like you doing it?
yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
I just like to be artistic, you know, do everything.
Wow. Yeah, me too. Like I was looking at this t-shirt and I don't think I ever really even told anybody like what this is about, like ego and spirit and hope and pain and fear and all of those
Yeah,
emotions that we can feel, and they're all relevant. Like all of
yeah,
these are
most
so
definitely.
relevant, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I just love these conversations because I just love to talk and I love conversations because I know that it can change your whole world. Like you can hear one thing and change the whole path of where you may have been on your way to. And it was like, I got it. I can do
yeah, most
this.
definitely.
Or let me keep
Yeah,
going. Or, oh, okay. Wow. You from Cleveland? Oh, wow. You from get wow, seriously? Like they would be, people get inspired, and that's why it's so important for us to tell our stories so that
mhm.
people know, so they can be motivated, so they can be inspired, and so they know that it's possible. Let's talk about the first song that you've ever made. Do you remember?
um, I believe the first song that I ever made is on Facebook. I had to shoot a video for it. It's crazy. It sounds crazy. You can still hear the cars in the background and everything. You know, I asked myself. I go back and listen to it like, wow, you know, that's um, you know, that was trash.
I'm laughing because that's exactly how it is sometimes in the beginning. Not everybody get to like jump right in it with an entire team and building and office and any of that. Like a lot of times, sometimes it starts in the basement. Sometimes it starts in that little bitty room where you get in the cardboard and you putting all of that together to, you know, to get the sound out. Try to anyway in your own way, egg
Yeah, most
cartons.
definitely. Yeah.
So I do understand that, but I do believe too that that's a beautiful process to be in because you actually get to measure like how far you've come. You get to understand the struggle and the things that don't be right so that you know when you get to that next level you'll be able to recognize it because you've been through it.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine not ever going through anything. Like I
yeah,
like like the earth don't even evolve like that. You know what I
no,
mean? Like
yeah,
it
yeah,
rotates and however it does what it does and things yeah, you gotta go with the flow and I don't never want to be too still. That is so funny. What is that one experience in life that if you didn't go through that, then you wouldn't be the music artist today. One experience, like if that was like missing, if that wasn't there, then there would be no Norie.
I think my mom moved to Atlanta when she wanted to, you know, because at that time, like I said, we was getting evicted and everything, and you know, she been said she want to move to Atlanta and everything, but you know, just one thing go out the, one day and then go out the other. But then
Yeah.
she actually made that move to Atlanta, and you know, when I went down there, we didn't know nobody, know nothing. I just started looking on Craigslist, You know, I just started reaching out to different people. Next thing you know, I'm in private parties with celebrities. You know, on a red carpet. So I think going through that moment, it really, you know, made me just like me
That was
just want to
it.
keep going. Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait to read the book one day. I'm sure that's going to be a story to tell. Do you? I asked someone else this, but I think I'm gonna ask this question more often. Do you think that you're guided by love or fear, or both?
Uh, love or fear? I think it's love, cause you know, like I say, I don't feel nothing but God. You know, so
Yeah.
I just walk. I walk this path. You know, with love. You know, I try, like I said, I try to stay focused, stay humble as ever, stay positive. You know, other than that, yeah.
Fear is such a beautiful thing. For a very long time, I had a me and fear had a relationship, and when I say a
Mm-hmm.
relationship, like a relationship to the point where it wasn't a good one, it wasn't no reciprocity. It was literally staggering. It was paralyzing. It was just so many things that just wasn't right because I wasn't listening to it. I wasn't like, if fear paralyzes you, that's just showing you something that you're not paying attention to. I
Yeah.
shared the stage. I'm trying to turn all of these devices down. I shared the stage with Bishop T.D. Jakes and my guy. Oh my gosh, my guy, Dr. Oz, and that's a whole nother story. But I shared the stage and I talked about my fear, but my fear was of success. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
failure because heck, I
Yeah.
went through so much in Cleveland. Like, I'm not scared about none of that. Like, I'm gonna go get it no
Yeah.
matter what, right? But the fear of success was scary to me because it's like, what do you do when you see a certain amount in front of you and you've never seen that before? I can only speak on my experience. I came from absolutely nothing. Okay. So
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
start talking about certain numbers, being in rooms with certain people, and no one really sat down and talked to you about what this even looks like, is only
Mm-hmm.
what the perception of what they show you, things may be. That's, for me, that was a little scary because, like I say, as an entrepreneur, it's quite lonely. So my thing
Yeah.
was fear
Yeah.
of success. So yeah, me and fear, we was rolling, and it was the love and the fear mixed together. But one gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
they don't work that way
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's really dope. I love it that you're guided by love. I was talking to Anthony Hamilton on here, and he spoke about love. So many people speak about it, and I want more people to start speaking about it because we need love in this world more than
Yeah.
anything. More than
Yeah.
anything, like
Especially
more
the
than
time.
money,
Yeah. Yeah.
clothes, all that.
Yeah.
Love helps us grow, so we definitely need more of that. Let's talk about some of your musical inspirations.
Oh man. Well, my favorite
Is it a
artist.
lot?
Nah.
Yes.
My favorite artist is 50 Cent. I like 50. That's the first. J. Cole, Fabulous, Ace Hood. Um, you know, Jay-Z, and you know the rest of Tupac and all them. And that's about it. So yeah.
Let me tell you, ah, that is absolutely awesome. Tupac, I absolutely, oh my gosh, I still listen to him to this day.
Me too.
Hello, Tamika Lee. Hello, you do too. Yeah, he just, it's such a beautiful thing when someone can take their wordplay and put it in such a way that
Mm-hmm.
your it's like your soul connects to it,
Yeah.
and then you feel like somebody else, they get me or they see me or they understand what my world looks like. It's very difficult in some of my worlds that I'm in. Do they ever really understand the struggle? Do they ever really understand when I say, because I'm such an when I say an open book, like I talk about my situations, you know what I mean? Because one day I'm gonna be gone. So who cares what
Yeah.
you think? Like, that's what I've been through. So when I say, oh my God, I've been through too much and then you know what I mean? Like, they're like,
Yeah.
like,
Uh,
like to somebody like, hey, me and my mom, we was going through some things, place to place. I'm like,
yeah.
me and my dad, we grew up in the same household, like, you know, and they just don't get it. And it's okay because we're not all here to have the same experience. But when people don't never been through anything, I don't know. That's a different
Yeah,
type of
I
conversation.
know. People looking for the
You
closet.
right? Choose
Yeah.
your path. What's the difference between skill and talent in your definition?
Say it again.
What's the difference between skill and talent?
Skill and talent. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I think anybody can, can have a skill, but once you got the talent, that's a different story. Like the skill is something you learn, but talent is something that was there already. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Because I've learned a couple skills, but
Yeah,
I don't think I can like make a like a do a living. Like that's my purpose.
yeah, most
You're
definitely. Yeah.
you're
That's why I
so
love to make
right.
music. That's why I love to make music. Just to be an artist. I don't really like to call myself a rapper. I just like
I
to make
love artists.
it. So
Yeah, I love artists. I love music artists. It's literally painting a picture of something, right?
yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being here. What skill, since we're talking about talents and skill, what skill do you think is a really good one to have when you're in this music industry?
Skill. Um, I think I don't know. I think just I'm saying the talk, like just the business mindset. I think that's skill.
That is important.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that is definitely important. It's quite interesting on this path how I've talked to so many people, so many different people, so many different walks of life. And
Mhm.
some artists really just want to get on stage.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it's wrong if that's what they want to do. That it's not for me to say that's
Yeah.
crazy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
wow. Like you
Yeah.
not no, you don't want to leave anything for the family. You don't want to make sure that yeah,
So
no. I mean, if
yeah.
that's what you want, then no one can ever say someone is wrong for whatever path they chose because that's their
Yeah.
personal path that they chose.
Yeah. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
they just want to get on stage. It's not about helping the people feel, think,
Yeah.
motivate,
Yeah.
inspire, show them another way, entertain, because that's important
That's,
too. We need to dance. We
yeah.
need to I
Music.
need to trap music sometimes because I
Yeah.
need to, still stay grounded from where I'm from. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I'm from Cleveland. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
from Cleveland, and I'm always gonna be Cleveland. So,
Definitely.
sometimes you need that reminder. All of that is relevant. So it is important for us to, you know, let's see, act out on our gifts because if we don't, then we're really sacrificing the people something
Yeah.
that we're supposed to be giving them, and that if God is first, we never want to sacrifice the people. So it is
Definitely.
important, and that's why we're having these conversations because I'm sure it's somebody that's listening. Not everybody got it together. I mean, people don't post their failures on social media, right? It's all the good stuff. But when those doors is closed and life gets real and we're not sure like what our purpose is and we keep constantly doing things that don't feel good to us and our souls not doing our family any good,
Yeah.
you we gotta like realize that we gotta choose our path. And that is not a shameless plug. That is like life. Like we gotta choose our path. And what I think when I think about music and I wrote this down, like you think about the content, right? You think about what's being said. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, of course, I feel the vibration first. I'm always vibration first. And then I start to hear what the artist is saying. The content is very important. The delivery, the
Yeah.
tone is
Living. Yeah.
really important, right? I
Yeah,
was listening to a song earlier and I said, whoa. I was listening to it here on my, not my Instagram, on my iPhone, right? And then I was like, oh, I know I need to listen to this on the speakers. Like, this is dope what he's saying. And it was just like his delivery and tone just felt like I've been through so much pain.
mm-hmm.
Like, I'm cool on all of that. No,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
no,
Like,
definitely.
yeah. I've been asking this question too. Like, do you feel free?
Free, of course. You know, I'm a black young man. Got to, you know, because if I feel locked in, I mean, it's not gonna work. You know, I can't be talented like I want to. I can't be artistic like I want to, because I feel so locked in. And at a point, I did felt that way. You know, insecure and things like that. Until I started seeing the bigger picture of who I am. You know.
Yeah, I was asking the lady that the other day. She's absolutely so beautiful and amazing. And I said, "Do you feel free?" And when I asked that question, it has nothing to do for me, my perspective,
Yeah.
because everyone has their own perspective. It's everything to do with how I'm feeling in my world and what's
Yeah.
going on with me. And I do feel free. Like I feel so I feel like a bird. Like I could go wherever I want to go. Like that's how I feel. And
Yeah.
I feel that way now, but I didn't feel that way some time ago. I also felt that it's wild how you can build your own prison, but it's really your mental prison because it's not really actually happening outside
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
It's happening all
Right here.
inside. Like you built it. Yeah, it's all right there. Like you literally built it. It was just
Yeah.
so many things by the time I hit 21 that it was just like, how do you digest this and keep moving forward?
Yeah.
I remember a therapist, people say, go to a therapist, just be careful about who you allow to speak into your eye and ear gates. It's cool to get a therapist, please, definitely, if you need to get that, because I have. But be careful who it is. Like, pay attention to their energy, pay attention
Every.
to their intent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All of that, because she told me to put the feelings and things that I was going through in a treasure box. And then I was like, dang, what happens when the box get full? What am I supposed to do with all of this? So
Yeah.
2017, my heart completely stopped. I died and they brought me back. And since I came back, and this was 2017, since I've been following you, since I came back,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh no, no stress. I'm not going to be fearful. What? Right? That's my next
Yeah.
book that's coming out. Fearful. What? Like, no,
Yeah.
like no fear. So that's dope. That love first. What do
Yeah.
we have?
That's
What do you have now that's coming up in the next few months that you can talk about?
like I said, I'm working on. I'm finished with my EP. I just need to get a couple more songs mixed. That's about it. But I want to drop that soon. You know, and I got my clothing line I'm working on, and other than that, that's what I'm really pushing right now. And I want to start,
Okay.
shooting movies and films
I
like
was
that
just about
too.
to ask you that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you definitely should.
yeah.
What does it look like? What does it look like when you're in the studio? What does that creative process look like?
Um, I just be chilling in the studio, because I usually record all my music at home. Then I just take it to the studio and let the engineer do the work. So, yeah,
Oh, okay. So half of the process is already done before you
yeah.
even get there.
So I
I
like to just
was I love
chill.
the studio. I love that
Yeah,
I love that environment. The last time that I have been in a music studio, oh my goodness. Last year for
yeah,
Oscar weekend. Yep. I got to hang out in the studio with Mr. Day One. Dope, dope, dope super producer on the West Coast. I absolutely love his host. So, and I remember going in, it's sunny outside now, right? And it was sunny when we left, and it didn't even feel like it.
yeah,
Like that's the beautiful thing about like when you're creating, especially music, like you can just days can go by. I
Yeah,
remember times when I forgot. It's like somebody had to remind me to eat. And I don't even do music, but like when you're a part of something and you love what you do,
yeah,
you put your whole self into it. And especially when you're a part of a team, like you like what's the goal? We gonna get there.
yeah,
Like it's a we thing, like right. So I absolutely love what you do. You got one of the most important jobs in this universe
yeah.
is making music. Like, do you think it's important? This question comes up a lot too. Like, do you think it's important to learn the history of music?
I think it is, of course. Yeah, I think it's definitely important. It's just like us as black people, we need to know our history as people. You know, we need to learn that history. You know, because other than that, we never gonna know. So I think learning history of whatever you want to do. I don't. It don't matter what you want to do. Artist, rap. You know, be a doctor. You know, be a lawyer. You gotta learn that history.
Yeah, you do. You do. For 15 years before I even for 15 years before I even started in entertainment, I worked as an EMT. So I had to learn. And
Yeah,
even before I came an EMT, I was already reading, electrocardiograms and all of that stuff. So I think in whatever you do, you should put your all into it. Like really like study those
yeah,
before you study the music history. Like
yeah,
it is a difference. Not just listen to the old music or the classical music or I was listening to some in the 80s and the 70s. Not just that, because that is important too, but
yeah.
like really study the history of music. So it is definitely important. I want artists to know that if they're listening, like study that. I was listening to Quincy Jones one time and he said it's only 12 notes and artists won't even take the time to learn the 12 notes. And when I heard him say that, I learned how to read the music because I was working with so many producers. I wanted to understand what they
Yeah,
do, not
yeah,
just because I wanted to understand like what am I involved in.
yeah.
Understanding I listen to music different now because of being around so many producers and artists over the years and paying attention. It's been an amazing journey. Has there been something in your musical journey? How can I ask this question? Something in your musical journey that it wasn't so well, but you got through that.
Um, I think when I moved from Atlanta, when I come back to Virginia, you know, I was just trying to figure it out, trying like how I'm gonna do this, you know. So when I do get back, you know, I figured out, you know, that's when I had dropped my own EP I had put out, Down I Go. So when I put that out, you know, I felt okay. This is what I'm gonna do from this point on, and this is how I'm gonna do it. You know.
Yes, that's the beautiful thing. Like, unfortunately, people's, lives were lost during this pandemic, but there were so many beautiful things that were born during this time. And yeah, you gotta just sometimes I think these times just make us push us, I would hope, even further.
You got to. They got.
Mm.
They got to.
How would you describe your sound?
My sound,
Yeah.
I say laid back, chill. You know, I like just chill. You know, I can get aggressive when I want to. I can chill when I want to. I can make a party song when I want to. You know, it's it's different. It's definitely a different sound. You know.
A different sound, yeah, as it should be. I mean, there is like so much content out there right now.
Yeah,
It is, you can drown in it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? If you're not really paying attention to what it is that you want to listen to, or that artist that that you connect with, you can like really get lost. It's a bunch. We're like an overload of content.
yeah,
Like even like for this, like me doing this choose your path, like I write a couple down because I got serious ADHD. So I do write
yeah.
down a couple things because I can go way off somewhere else. And but other than that, it's literally just off the top of my dome. Like I just want to talk. It's just a conversation. Some people get on, they're like, oh, and I'm like
Yeah.
in the questions, I'm like, no, that's not a media thing. Like, can we just talk? Like, I don't want to do all of that. It's like, hey, in 2 minutes we're gonna be live because my lights is acting up. Like I gotta like reset my phone, update my Instagram because I forgot. But with media, everything, and that's the thing now, like I'm not even scheduling my schedule no more than 30 days out, like no more than like that during this pandemic, no more than 30 days in. Like it didn't even make sense. Like last year was I had my whole schedule for the whole year
Wow. Yeah.
like, like planned out, like I knew I was gonna be here the whole
Yeah.
year. And it's like, why live that way? Like I want to like just if I want to do that thing, then I'm just gonna do that thing because it feels good and my schedule is open to it, and I'm just not gonna do too much too far ahead. Like it just causes unnecessary anxiety. You know what I mean? I did that with in the industry. Like you got these PR campaigns and marketing campaigns and stuff. You got to have a team to do that because I'm telling you, like that's too much. It's a lot that goes with that, right? You
It
think about 3 months, 60 days, 90 days,
is.
what we
Yeah.
did this quarter, like things didn't go like that's a lot.
It is.
So yeah. What is the best advice that you've ever been given?
Um, just never give up.
Never give up. I'm writing it down. I'm not like a therapist or
Yeah.
anything, but I am writing a book. Each person that I talk to on this series is going into this book series, Choose Your Path. Every single person that I've had a conversation with, not an interview, a conversation. So I write them down because I just need just a couple of words and then I'll remember and it's like, oh, yes. So I was inspired by this story. I'm inspired by your relationship with your mom. I mean, like you talk about her a lot through
I
your
do.
posts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And I hope my son loves me like that when he gets no, he loves me now. He's 14, but no, I think that is a beautiful thing because we really only get one mom and I have so many friends now that I'm getting older. So much older. Don't no longer have their minds and that is such a beautiful gift. It's such a beautiful
Yeah.
gift, and to have a relationship is actually a bonus. Me and my mom, we working at it. I love her to death, but when there's drug addiction in the middle of relationships,
Yeah.
sometimes it can kind of be the balance can be off, no matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
Um, it really fries something in them and they're never the same no matter what. I don't care how clean and how long, it just something is always off.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that you have that beautiful relationship with your mom.
Yeah, man. My mom, like I said, she basically moved to Atlanta for me and my brother because, like I said, we was doing music, and she said we going, and not knowing nothing, nobody, but we took that Virginia ride to Atlanta, 12 hours, and she drove all the way, you know.
That is absolutely amazing. Is it Shamanda Wilson? I don't
Yeah,
want. I didn't. Yeah, Shamanda was. She said
yeah,
that's your sister. She said she did a wonderful job. She's a great woman. That is absolutely beautiful.
yeah.
Wow. What do you enjoy most? How did you get to perform any these past recently virtually? Like
I haven't
virtually?
heard it before. No,
No, none.
I was thinking about surprising people or something, So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
in the horizon.
yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
was like, when was the last time?
The last time I performed, it's probably like last year sometime.
Okay.
Yeah,
That still probably feel like eternity, I'm sure.
it feels good.
I mean, this digital thing is really cool because we get to connect and all of that with so many people at one time. But then
It,
again,
it,
there's nothing like that
yeah,
energy.
That's a different
You
feeling.
know what I mean? It's a different feeling, yeah. And we all need that. I think that that's why. Are you on Clubhouse?
Yeah, I got that app. Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah. And I
somebody
think
told
that
me
that's
about that.
why Clubhouse was so dope in the beginning when it
Yeah,
first started, because people need that connection. You know what I mean? Like that human connection.
yeah.
Somebody calling you.
Uh-huh.
I thought somebody was calling when the screen blanked out. Um, what do you think is one of, oh, if you could change anything about the industry, I have to always be careful with how you word stuff because people, regardless of the conversation, someone would still take it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Where, where do you, if there was anything that you could change about the music industry, what would that be?
um, I think the way the record labels work.
Yeah.
I like the way they work. Some, but I think like just having the artist be full control of what he do. You know,
Because it's
other
your work.
yeah. Other than that, I don't think I would change anything.
Did I did I see you? I don't know if I remember. I could be mixed up with someone else, but you could tell me. Did I see you? Were you at a party with Diddy some years ago?
Yeah, I was at a yeah, I was at his I forgot what it was, but I was there. His son was there, and Diddy, invited us out that joint.
I thought so.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was a different experience, but just being around that is just you know I don't feel no difference from being around around that around you know that life, but it was a dope experience though, and things like that. I met a lot of people out there. I seen DJ Envy, Angela Yee, who
Hmm.
um, I forgot that girl name. She be on Love and Hip Hop. I met her out there too as well. Yeah.
I don't watch TV.
Yeah, I stopped looking at TV well too. Just
I do though that I do like movies because sometimes like I don't know movies for me I love to write so movies for me sometimes can be like inspiration and I'll watch a movie but I don't know like I just don't have time. I do like this TV series, The Shy, and it's not a shameless plug, but I absolutely love The Shy so much that I had brought on one of the actors to talk to me about it because I loved her character. It wasn't, I don't know, like you ever watch someone in character sometimes and they just body it like they literally like took the words off the page and was like I'm going to become that.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's exactly what Miriam Hyman did like Robin Hood music. She did that like she like bodied her character on The Shy and now they coming out with it's another season and I just can't wait. I think that Lena Waithe, she doing her thing. I'm inspired by her work, like just her perseverance and her I don't know, like her creativity. She's just absolutely amazing. I'm watching her from afar and I'm definitely inspired. There's so many people that's like really I just look and I'm like, how did they? And like I'm excited. Like next month, I'm starting a cooking show. Like I can't wait. Like it's like you just start one thing and you do another. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the movies. I think that's going to be pretty dope.
That's what I was.
I want to check and see. I have a gift for you.
What's
It's
that?
a digital business card. I have a sponsor, 10K cards. And this digital business card, I'm going to sound like a commercial, but I don't put myself behind anything that I don't believe. This person has definitely become my family, and I absolutely love him and his wife and everything about them. But 10K cards, I'm going to send it to you after. It's like I'll show someone else's card. He's just absolutely amazing. Trevor Romaine. It's your own QR code, right?
Yeah.
Look at this old phone. It's like your own QR code and all of your music, your YouTube channel. You can even add the payment channels to it. It would only share to the people that you would share it to if you're making a payment to someone.
Yeah, most
It
definitely.
all of it, like all the digital sites, everything in one place. And the dope thing about the card is that you could like airdrop it. I've been to a couple
Uh-huh.
events already since the pandemic. Like I spoke in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I went to a producer beat battle, and I'm able to share my card without even being near anyone. Like I guess during this time, it's like foreign to be near someone now. Like we'd be like 6 feet from each other, even in a grocery store. That's so it's weird, but it's a digital business card, and I'm going to send that to you. It's just a gift for you being a part of this. You
Yeah.
didn't know what I was going to be, you didn't know what I was going to be asking. You
Nah,
was like,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what I thought was so cool too? That TJ Jackson was on, right? A couple months back. And
Uh-huh.
I was like, that is so dope that you came on and you didn't even know what I was gonna ask you because he part of the Jackson family. I could be asking all kind of crazy dumb questions. It's like so irrelevant to life. But I guess he watched a few shows and he was like, no, I just knew and it was okay. And I was like, oh, it's
I
so
like it.
cool. But when I was on the other side,
Yeah.
I it feel kind of weird when people be asking me questions.
Yeah. I like what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's dope.
No, thank you. Thank you. I love what you're doing. Like continue to, make music, inspire the world.
Yeah.
Continue to tell our stories because we need that for sure. I'm definitely know that I'm gonna see you in some movies. So see, I
Yeah.
told you I watch movies, so that'd be dope. I'm glad that you mentioned that because I was definitely gonna ask you that. It's just,
Yeah.
it's so amazing. Like when you in entertainment, whatever it is that you're in, like you start one thing, and when that thing blossoms, you like you go over and you do something else. I used to wonder why people had like 7 or 8 things in their bio. I'm like, how do you do all of that? and then
Yeah.
and then when I have my chance, I was like, oh, that's how. Okay. So
Most
you could
definitely.
just we should just all put creator under our names. Like that's it. Like nothing else. Like creators. We all born to create. And I am definitely looking forward to your project that's going to be coming out soon. What's the name of
I'm
it again?
excited. Gold hearted.
Go Hearted.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Let's see
Yeah.
where we at. Yep. Ooh, that hour go by fast, don't it? Did it go by fast, or did I bore you?
I'm excited. I like
And
I
we've had, and the people have been here. They didn't leave.
it.
That is so amazing. So thank you so much. I always ask one more question
Yeah.
at the end to inspire and motivate. So if you can give us one word or a sentence, something to inspire and motivate us as we continue to move forward on our journey, on our chosen path.
Um, Go get it by any means.
Go get it by any means. He says, I am Norie underscore. Go and follow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Love, light, and energy to your family. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for inviting.
You're so welcome.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
All right.